Hello everyone, today is World No Tobacco Day. While great efforts have been made in recent years to get people to either quit or hopefully even never take up the habit of smoking, still over 20% of deaths in the United States are somehow related to tobacco, whether that be to personal use or to secondhand smoke. In an effort to help combat that serious problem, we here at the CH Booth Library would like to teach you a bit more about tobacco and smoking. Now, while tobacco itself is a dangerous plant and we can get to the risks of consuming tobacco in a bit, nicotine is the primary reason that people have trouble kicking their smoking habit. Primarily because nicotine is an addictive substance, but also there are some people that still abide by the cigarette diet as nicotine helps decrease the appetite, as we can see right here under the symptoms of nicotine use. People often fear gaining weight after quitting smoking. This is a reasonable fear as your appetite will increase, and some people use food to fill the void that tobacco and nicotine has implanted in them. However, in the long run, even if you do gain weight and you don't manage to keep all of the weight off, the health benefits outweigh the health risks when it comes to quitting tobacco. Now, we can see here the symptoms of nicotine use, as well as the symptoms of nicotine withdrawals and some treatment plans. But let's talk about the risks of tobacco. If we scroll up here, we can see that tobacco use negatively impacts several parts of the body. It impacts the heart, it impacts blood flow, it increases your chance for certain cancers such as lung, mouth, larynx, sinus, throat, esophagus, stomach, bladder, kidney, pancreas, cervix, colon, and rectal cancer. Most people just think of lung and mouth, as associated with either smoking or chewing tobacco. However, it increases your likelihood for much more than that. It damages your immune system and your blood flow again, so you might have trouble healing after surgeries. It negatively impacts certain senses such as taste and smell, and it can lead to sight problems and fertility issues, among other things. And how down here we have the health risks of secondhand smoke. I would like to point these out specifically as it shows that by smoking, you aren't only endangering yourself, but you could possibly endanger loved ones, particularly those who are very young or who have their own lung problems such as asthma. You can create asthma flare-ups and even sometimes asthma attacks if you smoke too much around someone with asthma, particularly children with asthma. It increases children's likelihood of getting certain infections. Again, creates lung damage and can even lead to SIDS. And if we go over here, we can see the benefits of quitting tobacco. Here are some more superficial, immediate benefits that you may enjoy. A pack of smokes these days can cost upwards of $15. It's quite an expensive habit. So by quitting, you can save about $2,000 a year on cigarettes alone. There is some social stigma regarding smoking. As such, people who smoke are somewhat looked down upon By quitting smoking, you may open up your social and dating circle quite a bit. You can find it easier to get a job under certain circumstances, as you will now smell better and look better. For those who may have been smoking for several years now, you may think, well, it's been so long, what can this really do for me if I quit now? The damage is already done. Here we have listed out the health benefits of quitting smoking. Within the first 20 minutes of quitting, your blood pressure and heart rate drop back to normal. Within the first 3 months of quitting, your circulation improves and your lung function increases. Within the first year of quitting, your chances of a heart attack or developing heart disease dramatically decrease. Within 5 years, your risk of getting the cancers that we spoke about before reduces by half. 10 years, your risk of dying from lung cancer is about half of someone who does still smoke. Within 15 years, your risk of heart disease is that of a non-smoker's. And again, we have down here basically the reversal of course, the ones I just spoke, but of the other health concerns that we talked about before, such as fertility and virility issues, blood clotting issues, and the like. And also down here, the improvements of the lives of the children around you. And I can personally attest to this. My grandmother and my uncle were both heavy smokers when I was a child, and I had several asthma attacks. I was very prone to getting colds and to getting upper respiratory infections. And the frequency in which I had those problems dramatically decreased after they quit smoking and after I was more removed from people who smoked. Now, quitting any addiction is difficult, but luckily Medline Plus also offers help on how to quit. So right here, we go to tips on how to quit smoking, and they can talk about setting a goal as a date to be completely tobacco free, listing the reasons why you want to quit, and taking a look at that list every time that you feel the urge to smoke. Let other people know that you plan on quitting smoking and tell them your quit date so they can help you feel accountable. And get rid of all of the cigarettes that you have on you when you were smoking during your weaning process before the quit date, as well as anything that still has the scent of cigarettes on it. And here we have some more information on how to make an action plan and how to change your lifestyle, as well as some techniques that people use to help quit smoking. Nicotine patches are pretty popular. Attending sport groups very popular. I would be remiss if I did not mention e-cigarettes and vaping. E-cigarettes, while invented to be a tool for people to get off of regular cigarettes, regular tobacco cigarettes, they have come with their own negative impacts. They are still addictive, and sometimes people who still, especially like the oral part of smoking, just forever stay on the vape, and that, of course, still has your dependency, and you're still exposing yourself to the problems that nicotine itself has, though you may have quit the tobacco part. And in addition to just regular nicotine issues, e cigarettes specifically have their own related issues, such as the vape cartridges can contain potentially harmful chemicals, increased use and popularity of cigarettes and tobacco cigarettes in teens, and the possibility of getting nicotine poisoning if you come into improper contact with the liquid in the vape cartridge. Down here we have some more information on e-cigarettes, both for parents and for teens, if that is something that you are having a trouble with in your family as a generational issue. As well as something I would like to point out here is the false benefits of vaping products. This article goes over different old wives' tales, so to speak, and false marketing tactics that certain companies have employed to sell their vape products, make them seem like they not only are a better alternative to smoking regular cigarettes, but also have their own health issues. This is done by telling a series of half-truths or outright lies in certain cases. This article goes over those lies and also teaches you what questions to ask regarding your vapes. Just like Medline Plus, the CH Booth Library is always here to help. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CH Booth Library, or on our website www.chboothlibrary.org.